For every LeBron James, Aaron Rodgers, or Derek Jeter, there are thousands of professional athletes who will never become millionaires or stay that way. Then there are the 21-year-olds who become millionaires overnight, then lose everything because of bad investments, poor planning, or just outrageous spending habits. Take former five-time heavyweight boxing champ Evander Holyfield. Remember the guy who got his ear nearly bitten off by Mike Tyson? We all know who he is. Well, he earned more than $230 million during his career. 2 divorces, several failed business ventures later, and hundreds of thousands of dollars in back child support payments left him virtually broke. He ran out of money. He ended up taking a job as a sales agent for a financial services company called Primerica. Former NFL player Coy Wire has more on the challenges pros face after they hang it up. Take a look.
Hello, how you doing?
Good.
Eric Coleman.
Eric Coleman is looking for a job, but he's having a hard time because his 9 years of professional experience is unique.
I played 4 years for the New York Jets,
Okay.
3 for the Atlanta Falcons, and 2 for the Detroit Lions.
What is something that scares you about the thought of having to do something else?
I think what scares me the most is the uncertainty of not knowing where I fit in.
It's a dilemma that many in the NFL face: what to do when their playing days are over. Director of Player Engagement for the Atlanta Falcons, Kevin Winston, says it's imperative players learn to transition into corporate America because about 80% of them end up broke within 3 years after stepping off the field.
I think a lot of people think that guys play in the league, they make millions of dollars, but we all know that the average career span is about 4 years. And so with that being said, when you're 28, 29 years old, you still have a lot of life to live.
And most have never dreamed about doing anything else, like 14-year veteran Marcus Pollard.
You spend your whole life doing a certain job, and then you realize one day that I can't do it anymore. It's sad, it's heartfelt, it's, what's my next step, what do I do now?
That next step is being addressed in an NFL transition event for former players, giving them the tools to compete in the business world.
This is not good on a mock interview, is it? No.
They participate in mock interviews, resume building, and ultimately meet with potential employers with hopes of landing a job.
I'm Chris Hoke. I'm an 11-year veteran of the NFL. I'm a great communicator. I'm a great father. I deal great with people. This is who I am. And I'd be great. I'd be a huge asset for your company.
In the 2-minute drill, I had to stop this team from scoring a touchdown. My nerves had to be calm. I had to communicate with everyone while 70,000 people are screaming at me. All those things, I think, will help me transition to the business world more efficiently than someone who hasn't been under those things.
Well, the NFL season is now in full swing, and some of your favorite players have taken the field over the last 2 days. But what about the players that no longer suit up on Sundays? How do they go from being pros to everyday Joes? And it happens more than you know. That rhymes. And no one knows better than Coy Wire. He played for the NFL. He's well known to most of you. Coy, thanks for being here to talk about this.
Thanks for having me, Susan.
I was so surprised to hear that the average career for an NFL player is just 3 years, not very long. So these guys could be out of a job in their 20s.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's one of the big problems, that guys don't take care of their money. They spend technically within their means. While they're playing, they're making a lot, they're spending a lot, but they're spending it as if they're going to make it until they're 55 years old.
So it's coming in and they say, wow, look at all this money I'm making. I can buy the 4 Mercedes. I can buy the 2 watches and the 8 homes.
Exactly. And the average career is 3 years. So most guys over a career after taxes may have $1 million. We'll spread $1 million over 40 years. They're making $25,000 a year. And I think that's the message that the NFL and Ascending Athletes, the company who put this event together, are trying to get the message across.
So while you were playing, did anyone come to you and tell you how to deal with your finances for the long term?
Absolutely, absolutely. The NFL does a great job, specifically for the Atlanta Falcons. Kevin Winston does a great job with the player development. His brother, Lamont Winston, out in Oakland, they're some of the few who do a great job of teaching the guys about life after football and getting that message across. This Ascending Athletes is a company who came along and said, look, there's a need. We can take these guys to the next level with their post-career life. And so the information is there. It really is the fault of the player if they spend their money too loosely.
And I've read that some of the players do try to invest, and maybe they're getting bad business advice, let's say in car washes, or I have a deal that will definitely be successful. You have to buy these 4 restaurants. Do you see that?
Yes, because, okay, so investing in an IRA, a Roth IRA, that's not sexy.
You're right, it's not.
Being an NFL player, that's cool. They're at CEO level, making a lot of money. It has that cool factor, so they want to go right into something else that's just as sexy, right?
That they can show up and say, I own this, look at this.
This is mine, right? But they don't know how to do that. And so I think one of the main things that guys have to know to do after their career is humble themselves. You have to go back and be willing to start at intern level. You didn't instantly become a pro athlete. You worked your way up over years of training. Same thing in the new career. You have to be able to start at entry level, minimum salary, learn the ropes. Once you get in, you'll be great because you know all about hard work, you know all about teamwork. And so these executives, they're going to love to have you as part of their team.
Yeah, I'm reading your tips there. Hit the ground and running, humble yourself, be patient and confident. Because if you know nothing about the restaurant business, you really can't jump in and own a restaurant.
Right. I think hitting the ground running means don't have any downtime. Get right into something else, because when you sit there and think about what you used to have, you get depressed.
What's the best advice you got in your career? 10 seconds left.
Oh, it was just live humbly. You live humbly, you know, and don't always just think about the now, think about your future.
I love that. Live humbly.